What's up, y'all? Here's another video courtesy We Be the Armstrongs. So, why I chose to work for myself versus working for someone else. So, a lot of people will tell you that it's risky starting your own business, which I feel like is risky working for someone else's business. So I'd rather take my own chances and put my own destiny in my own hands and be the controller of my own destiny. I'd rather get out and take a chance and fail and know that I'm the one responsible for my failure versus getting out there, giving my all for someone else to tell me that I'm fired or that I'm not doing a good enough job or they only gonna pay me a certain amount of money. That don't sit well with me. And I know no one is gonna pay me like I would pay me. So with that being said, there's a lot of stuff coming with owning your own business. It's a very, very, very big risk. Have to really have good time management and money management. There's no one on your back telling you when to get up, when to go to bed, or when to be at work, when to take off, when to go to lunch, when to do this. Nobody's there to tell you what to do, when to do it. You have to make really sound decisions and split moment decisions and be able to hopefully make the best decisions for your business. Well, one of the main reasons that I don't like working for other people is the qualifications for a job. To me, is kind of overrated for the compensation that you get in return. I mean, to me, the pre-qualifications, the background test and drug test and credit checks, and they get real personal in your life just for you to, in my eyes, for me to go and slave for you asking a lot of questions. I mean, if you want me to work for you, you want me to work for you. Knowing my personal life and personal business and past history or whatnot don't really, pertain to every job that I've ever applied for. Some positions I can understand, but some of them is just a little bit overrated. Every job, society had a way of trying to box people into a one-size-fits-all type of box, and they feel like, we was all going to school and we were all taught to pretty much go to school and learn to work for somebody else, go to college, get a good job, learn to work for somebody else. But everybody's not meant to be workers. Everybody's not meant to have their own business. But somebody got to play the role of every part. What I suggest to a lot of people is to let people find their own way and find what's best for them. Quit forcing jobs on everybody. Everybody's not meant to have a job, people. And you cannot pass your job on to your child. So we need to start thinking about things that we could leave behind to our kids, businesses and assets. We can't leave a job behind to our kids. So you can have the best job in the world. You can work your whole life and retire and buy a nice house and all that and leave it to your kids. But if you don't leave a job and the knowledge and the financial literacy to keep up everything that you worked hard for, then everything was a waste. You may as well, I don't know, did whatever you feel like you could have did. But on another note, so I just think a lot of people need to really consider maybe starting their own business or maybe a side business on top of their job. I know everybody can't stop what they're doing and just go work for themselves. I know a lot of people try to find that one thing they can do or a business that they can start. I always suggest find a problem and solve the problem, or just do something that you simply love doing and really do your best at it. And usually the way things turn out, things have a way of turning themselves out, and you can really turn a hobby into a business. Just enjoy doing it. But a lot of times people just gotta get away from the old mentality of feeling like we gotta have a 9 to 5 to survive. Because most people I know with a 9 to 5 are not surviving, or they barely surviving. I need to get ahead in life. That's what I think most people should be trying to do, is getting ahead in life. And I think the only way to do that is to put your own destiny in your own hands and no one else's. But with that being said, everybody cannot be a boss. Everybody cannot have their own business. Some people are meant to be workers, and this is not for you. So, and I think the people who are workers and the people who are good workers or whatnot, I think you should play your role, play your position, and stay out of those who are trying to progress in life. Stay out of their business. Stay away from them, because you two guys are not alike. You have two totally different ways of thinking. So, not saying you can't associate or be friends with a certain person, but the way people think, they'll force their thoughts on you, and they don't always turn out too well. I mean, for example, you'll have people who swear by working, who swear by the stability and the security of having a job, and they will tell you you can have the best thing going in life, you can have a major talent or a major skill or a $1 million idea with the plan to take action to pursue it, and you're going to have that person that's just gung-ho about a job, and they'll tell you all the reasons of why you should not do it, and they will tell you that they're doing this in their best interest because they're looking out for you or they care about you. But if they really cared about you, they wouldn't force their negativity on you, because they are afraid to take a chance or a risk or whatever. So if that's where they want to be at, then they should stay where they at. You should stay away from them, and you should surround yourself around other like-minded people who want to progress in life and want to have a business as well. And you can't let the negative talk, negative people, negative ideas deter or scare you from going for what you know, doing what's best for you. And I think a lot of people got to clear their mind, refocus, regroup. Now is the year for clear, perfect 2020 vision. The year is 2020. And I advise everybody to focus on what they're going to do, make their next move their best move, and weed out the negativity. Do not let nobody talk you into being afraid to start that business this year or to start whatever it is that you had in mind. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Don't worry about the naysayers. They gonna always need a job. Eventually, one day, you may employ them. They might come working for you. That's something I learned along the way. You can't make workers bosses. And they'll never understand what the conversation will never be there. I've worked at plenty of jobs. I've done it. It wasn't for me. I've tried to make people bosses. It wasn't for them. Everything is not for everybody. When I worked at the jobs, when I spoke about my side businesses and certain things like that, it didn't really sit well with the other employees and their mentality of the whole work, and it didn't sit well with me. So with that being said, I just think going forward into this new year, a lot of people should consider maybe starting their own businesses. And this is to those who actually have the entrepreneurial spirit and who are risky enough to take it. And not just, it ain't about just taking risk. It's also about educating yourself on business and educating yourself on what it is exactly the industry that you're going for, understanding the marketing and everything about it, all of the ins and outs of that business. So self-education, seminars, YouTube, any way you can educate yourself, books, materials, consultants, get as much information on the business and business in general that you can to better yourself. And one of the things that we do here at We Be the Armstrongs, we like to consider ourselves the hand to feed. We like to give information and give help with anything we can help. We don't proclaim to be gurus or professionals at anything. We just happen to have a little experience in a lot of things, and whatever we've experienced, we would like to help whoever with free of charge. We're not trying to run scams or charge people for information that we got. We genuinely want to help people and see you succeed. With that being said, we will not be doing any work for people. Everybody will be doing their own work. We will help people. We will point you in the right direction. And hope to see everybody on top.